I feel like doing an happy dance right now. Hi, I hope you're all well. Welcome back to Kiki's Global Flavors. Today we are going to be making Ghanaian groundnut soup, which is Nkatenkwan. I hope that is how it's pronounced. So we're going to be making Nkatenkwan, so which is basically Ghanaian groundnut soup. So you have peanuts. There's a mix of peanuts and a protein, so I'm going to be showing you how to make that. This dish traces back in the Ashanti and eastern regions of Ghana when the Portuguese actually introduced peanuts in Ghana, and this opened up the world of flavors for the Ghanaian people because of the adaptability of peanuts and the nutritional value of peanuts. So we have a mix of now agriculture and culture coming together. So you will be able to see also there are so many dishes in Ghana and around the world that have embraced peanuts and groundnuts in their soups and in their dishes. So now we are going to just be focusing on Nkatenkwan, which is what I'm going to be making with chicken and groundnut or peanut butter. So you can actually ground the peanuts yourself or take a shortcut and use peanut butter. So you're going to be going through that, and I hope you're going to enjoy it. Pour in my chicken. My chicken, the water has drained, so you can see how it's even starting to brown. So this is perfect, and we only now have the oil from the chicken itself because most chicken there's a bit of fat, so that is what you can see. So it is just simmering in its own juices. So I'm going to be putting my crushed pepper. So I want to put mine at the beginning because I want it to cook so that it's not so harsh. I have my garlic and ginger, which I'm going to pour in, and I'm also going to pour in an okra, and I'm going to stir. So before I even continue stirring, I'm going to add my spices at this point. I'm going to add in some oil, not too much for me because the chicken already has its own oil. So this is a preference. I don't want too much oil. So look at how coated that looks and how nice, and the smell is actually very nice. So I'm going to put in some water. I decided to use water. Boil for around 45 minutes to an hour, and I'll be back once this boils. Okay, chicken boil. Oof, look at that. Like even we put in water here, but it's already changed and becomes so rich. So I'm going to add, we are actually about halfway, almost 3/4 way. So I'm adding my tomatoes, and then I'm going to be stirring this in. We are going to continue boiling this for another maybe 20 minutes. Our Nkatenkwan soup is ready. The chicken is yummy. You can actually eat it at this point. So I'm just going to take out my vegetables, and I'll show you that later, and then we'll blend. Someone can tell us so they can actually blend your veggies when they're hot. So I let mine cool. So I'm just going to put them in my blender here. Just pour them in. So look at that, how creamy and thick this looks. It already looks like we did the peanut butter, yet we've not done that yet. So to make our Nkatenkwan soup, I put my chicken, I put back my vegetables that I blended and the stock. And now here, as you can see, I have my peanut butter that I've mixed with some hot water. I did this part because you don't want it to get in there and becomes clumps. So you want it to be a paste. So that is why I had to do this part. So I'm just going to pour this in. Look at how creamy that looks. Another thing I'm going to do at this stage, add my roughly chopped spinach. You don't want your spinach to be overcooked. Spinach, most vegetables cook very fast, and you also don't want to overcook vegetables because then most of the nutrients actually go away. So as we finalize on our Nkatenkwan soup, Ghanaian groundnut soup, we're going to do a bit of fun fact. And as with most of our previous videos, fun facts have been more about the same dishes that you see around the world. So for example, for peanut, we have so many, like there is a very big list of the kind of peanut dishes you can find around the world, both as desserts and as main dishes. For example, off the top of my head, we have adobong mani, which is a Filipino garlic peanut dish. If we can remember, we have tautela, which is an Indian peanut dessert. We have for main dishes, we also have chicken satay, which actually is in so many countries like Thailand, Singapore, India, Malaysia. So chicken skewers that have peanut. We have Faneja soup. We also have avocado, which is actually in Holy Weeks. So there is just a lot. So it just shows you, as I've always said, that there is no isolation in food. We share a lot as humans around the world. Our Nkatenkwan Ghanaian groundnut soup is ready. Look at all that creaminess. I have some rice here that I just used some. I used some of the green onion plus now our Nkatenkwan soup. So I'm going to be trying this, and I can already tell this is going to be yum. I've not yet tried the meat. I'm going to be doing that next, but I love the groundnut soup. So you remember earlier I had a little situation where I felt it was a bit too more on the salty side. I don't know how to explain it. More on the savory side, it was not balanced according to me. So I did add just a little bit of jaggery to balance it out. So I asked earlier that I don't know whether when making this Nkatenkwan soup you do not need to add salt, because I did add a bit of salt at the beginning. So I don't know whether that was something that I shouldn't have done. Please let me know. So but now after adding the jaggery, it actually balances out very nicely. So I'm just going to, this is our fridge chicken. So this one, there is no tidiness here. You have to use your hands. So I'm going to just, the whole piece wants to come out. So I'm just going to dip this in some of that peanut goodness. I feel like doing an happy dance right now. I love rice. That's one of my favorite dishes, and the rice actually really blends well with the soup. Like the flavors plus the green onions in the rice, which I know was not part of the main meal that we were making, and everything just comes together. That jaggery that I added at the end, whether it was an oopsie that I was correcting or not, really came through, and I really honestly love this so much. I'm going to just continue with this after this shoot. Otherwise I will end up eating all of this as you look at me, which is not fair. So I love this, and we are going to be seeing you next time. Maybe we are going to redo a budget series as we did earlier. We don't know, but we'll see where nature takes us. Bye.